don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore like we used to.
My parents have always been really supportive of me. They bought my first synthesizer for me. So when I told them that I was going to move to LA with no job on my own, with no house or plan or anything like that, they were a little like, we'd prefer if you had like a reason to go out there. But I was like, no, this is the way it works, and they get it.
Charlie's mom called me when he was still in college at Berkeley, and she was interviewing a bunch of lawyers, and she grilled me over the phone.
My mom cold called him and said, my son Charlie Otto needs a lawyer. He is a genius and he needs a lawyer. And I was like, Mom, you can't say that to people. And she was like, it's true. Why would I lie? Paul's really cool because he's an entertainment lawyer, but would be proactive and almost to take a managerial stance too, and set sessions up for me. He really cares and would do most of it for free too, just because he truly believed in me.
We were all hanging out here. It was fairly late, and Selena Gomez walks in, and they disappear in the office.
This is where I recorded my entire album. The whole 9-track Mine record was made in here, and I'd have my microphone right here, and I'd sing into the closet, and this is where Selena recorded her verse in the We Don't Talk Anymore.
Charlie can map out a whole track, all the melodies, a lot of times have a lot of great words in there, or have the song title built in, or even have the whole chorus written. And he'll just be like, dude, Jay Cash, write the lyrics to this.
If it weren't for Jay Cash and his wonderful rapper lyrical brain, I melody everything out with one phrase, and that phrase was, we don't talk anymore. And he ties it all together. He puts a storyline to it. I get to work with so many great songwriters. I feel really fortunate because, again, they bring out the best in me. You're asking how I wrote See You Again. So in the summer of 2012, I went on Facebook and saw that my best friend named Vale, his sister wrote, I can't believe this, rest in peace, Vale. And I just I kind of knew what it was right away, but I just didn't know how to react to it. The first thing I did was text his phone and say, I don't know what to say, I'll see you soon, friend. And ... Fast forward 2 years later, I go into the session with Frankie, and I go in there, and they're playing really familiar chords, but it reminded me of church a little bit, like my friend's funeral a little bit, what they played there.
The day I met Charlie, I was in a real tough place in my life. I had just got back from speaking at my best friend's funeral, and they call me and say, hey, do you want to do a session with this new guy, Charlie Puth? And I was like, sure, I'll do it. I went in and I saw the Pro Tools session on a computer like that, and there were 100 tracks, and I was like, hey, what if we just I highlighted the whole thing and just deleted it? And he and Andrew Cedar were they were like, what the hell? I literally went to the piano and started playing. And the first thing I thought was it was the longest, it was actually the longest day in 2012 when my friend died. We put the chords down. I didn't write any of the lyrics down, but I just started the babbles, just went right to the microphone. I was like, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. It was the first thing I said, and we both just turned white in the face because we were like, what the hell just happened?
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
We didn't know each other, so we didn't mention to each other that we had just both lost someone in our lives, and it was pretty crazy that we figured that out without telling each other through music.
About an hour later, we wrote See You Again on that first day. It was a song that changed my life.
The cherry on top of this whole thing is that it was 20 days, I think, approximately before he passed away, and he said, you're gonna have, I don't know what it's gonna sound like, but you're gonna make the biggest song in the world one day, and it's gonna be in a movie. So His dad, who was obviously heartbroken by this whole thing, the first bit of closure that he had knowing that his son was okay up in heaven was when I wrote this song for Vale.
Working with Charlie was different in the sense that I didn't feel compelled to work to make like booty shaking club music.
It's the New Jersey core in me. Not everything has gone amazing in my life. Like, I've had crazy hardships. I was verbally bullied because I was so different. I used to close my eyes and wear my huge headphones and hop around the basketball court while everyone else was doing, the normal thing, playing basketball. There was one instance where I was physically hit for the first time in school, and it completely caught me off guard. And I've talked to that kid since. You don't hold any grudges. It's not letting go, but kind of forgiving and working with it. Stomp Out Bullying, it's just an organization of people who were formerly bullied and put together this beautiful organization to help kids who are currently in that state. I've actually met them several times, and I know there's kids out there like me.
He definitely has a lot of respect for the power he's been given to touch people's lives, and I think he wields that in a really caring way.
I want to be an example. I just want to show people that it's possible to love yourself.
State Farm celebrates great artists and the good neighbors back home who helped make them who they are today. Watch more artist stories at neighborhoodsessions.com.